Well, this is a huge step forward. I mean, this is the first disease-modifying therapy for Alzheimer's disease, meaning it actually can change the trajectory of the disease course. There are several drugs on the market for Alzheimer's disease, been present for the last 20 years, and there's symptomatic drugs that we've been using, but although they can help a person's function, they didn't have any effect on the disease itself. And so this is a landmark advancement by having a drug like aducanumab available. UW has been part of the testing of aducanumab really from its pivotal trial, the eMERGE trial. And we still have patients who are in that initial study who are on the drug now. And the hope is that they will continue to get some benefit from the agent as they continue on. So some people have been on it for 5 or 6 years now. This is where we're really excited, and particularly here at UW, where we're involved in many of the studies of new agents that are being tested for Alzheimer's disease. So for example, there's another drug similar to aducanumab that is in their final stage of testing, which is still enrolling individuals. We have actually a study to prevent Alzheimer's disease, that is, take people who are normal but have some evidence of the disease process in their brain and treating them before they have symptoms. Plus there's many other drugs that are being tested for people who already are further into the disease process and may not be a candidates for aducanumab, but which could have a beneficial effect on the disease process and its symptoms. So I think it's important to have realistic expectations about this drug. Although it is a major advance, it does not stop the disease progression. It slows it down, perhaps maybe 20–25% is what in the studies. So you can't expect it to actually halt things or reverse things. But even that slowing of progression, if started early enough, has a huge impact in a disease that may go over 20 years. I think if we look at the sum of all the results, there is enough evidence, and I think the FDA felt so, that the drug should be allowed to be on the market. The FDA felt that the one thing the drug does that I think everybody agrees upon is that it removes the plaques, the amyloid plaques from the brain in people with Alzheimer's disease, and that's the signature pathology of the disease. And I think there's no question it does that. And because of that, there is the likelihood borne out by some of the results of the study, that has a significant clinical effect. So I think all in all, I think there is substantial evidence that the drug is successful. And frankly, the FDA is requiring the sponsor, Biogen, who makes the drug, to do further studies with it to substantiate those results. Well, I think like with many medications, the first step is to have a discussion with your physician or provider. There are no drugs that have no side effects, and aducanumab does have significant potential side effects that need to be monitored. And I think it is really essential for any patient and family member to speak with their physician, get really all the information they can about the benefit and risk of the drug, and then make that decision based on that. Probably been the biggest advance over the last 30 years in terms of what we can offer patients with this disease process. So I can't understate the importance of it. Even though there's controversy about it, I think it's kind of leading us into a time where there's going to be more and more treatments that can actually alter the disease process in Alzheimer's disease.